And welcome one, welcome all, ladies and gentlemen, into the final battle here from Tall Anderson Field here in Omaha, Nebraska. It's the battle between the Lynx of Council Bluffs Lincoln and the Rams of Glenwood. And we start here with Corbin Pelzer, excuse me, as he strikes hot early on the walk, draws the walk, and gets onto the base pass here early as Glenwood looking to take charge, and already with a runner onto the base pass, we giddy up and get going here. Again, already one runner on, and we continue to roll along here. We want to appreciate everybody for joining in and making this a part of their day. As always, please like, subscribe, spread the word, and again, have some fun with us. Where you're watching this from, where you're hearing this from, is that one is roped out there into right field. And station-to-station baseball gets one runner on first and a runner on second as we continue on here. 2 men up, 2 men on. And the first hit of the ball game from Ben Christensen to bring up Ryan Turner. Across the last game, Turner ended up 2 for 3 on the day. Poked across 2 singles and 2 runs driven in on the day as well. He's looking at a good start here and they do. I said almost got him picked off, and in the end, Pelzer caught napping just a little too much there. The leadoff runner is taken out. So despite the leadoff walk, we get one down here as we continue to rock on with the 3-hole man, again, Ryan Turner. Keep them honest over there wherever you go. And again, wherever you are hearing us from, thanks again for tuning in. This is another great broadcast brought to you by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. Head on over there and check out what they've got rocking. And again, it's part of a fantastic city, great scenery, and of course, great food with the Log Cabin. So check them out today at Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse online, or hit them up all across the social media scene as well. So with a runner on, we keep rolling. Lincoln is doing the duties pitching-wise for the Lynx. As we take a look at this squad, as that one gets away from him, though, as Cook can't quite grab that. And on into scoring position goes Christensen. And again, Riley Lincoln, the freshman coming into today's contest with 18 total bases offensively. But on the mound, he has 15 strikeouts. He has gone through 18 innings pitched up to this point as he goes in on and gets ball two, to start this at bat. And a nice pickoff attempt there. Almost nabs him, but in the end, we continue on. And we continue on with Ryan Turner. A 2-0 count. Runner on second. Had 2 runners on, but a good pickoff move by Lincoln ends up setting one down. And here we go. That one goes inside. Too far inside, and Turner can't get out of the way of that one. He'll end up onto the base pass via the hit by pitch. And now we're back to 2 runners on here for the Glenwood Rams. And just one down here in the top half of the first as we get rocking. This is the final game here from Tall Anderson Field. Again, the home of the Omaha Mavericks out of the Summit League. And again, home to many Iowa high school born guys over the last 5 to 10 years. Up next is Ben Carlo to the plate. He takes a look at ball 1 up and away there. Wisely lays off that one. Across game 1 here for Glenwood. Carlo went 0 for 2, flew out and struck out in just 2 trips to the plate. That one on the inner side off the shoe tops there, 2-0. And again, as we have more trivia coming your way, if you want to go ahead and hit us up on the email train, iabaseball1@gmail.com. We'll give the trivia question out here about the 4th inning. Lincoln will look second, head home. That one gets lifted pretty high. That one's going, but that will be just kind of shuffling on in. And meanwhile, after the catch, a runner coming on over to third. So they do advance the runners here. We got them on the corners now with 2 down.
Now batting for the Rams, the designated hitter number 13, Charlie Hutchcraft.
And now with Carlo advancing the runners on the fly out to right, we now get Charlie Hutchcraft, the D8, stepping on up. And in that last game, he went 1 for 1, was hit by pitch, but also singled. Lincoln with a good, strong arm and a very confident throw on the mound already. Had several attempts here to second, one successful. And he has been, again, not afraid to touch up any one of the bags here from the mound. That one on the inner half, that one is called strike 1. All right, take that back. Ball 1. That one lifted high. That will be out of play. And we now even things up at 1 apiece. Again, the day started with the Lynx taking on the Tigers, and the Tigers winning that battle in 6 innings. And then it was the Valley Tigers up against the Sioux City East Black Raiders, in which the Black Raiders came out on top by a 4-3 margin. And then it was a huge offensive spree here for Sioux City East in the last game as they went on a scoring rampage. 16 hits, produced 25 runs as they take down Glenwood 25-4. And that has led us to this game, the final game of the UNO Quad. Council Bluffs Lincoln up against the Rams of Glenwood. And the 2-1 count will not happen as we have a balk called and a run coming on home. And the first run of the ball game goes to the Rams as they now start things off with a 1-0 advantage. And not only that, but they put a runner on second once again in scoring position. And so with that, we remain a 2-1 count. Lincoln with the fire home. That one on a short shot out there to short. The pick and fire across the diamond. Nicely done to get the out. A good throw by Cook, and will nab him by a couple steps, but not before the Glenwood Rams strike first. It's a 1-0 ball game on the strength of 1 hit, and we're going to head on over into the bottom half of the inning. And when we do, it will be Hargrave, Clark, and Cook coming on up to start things off for the Lynx right after this.
I remember personally when I was young watching the guys that were playing sports, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it was, when they were in high school, and just thinking, I mean, how great they were and just wanting to be like them when I was older. So yeah, we are definitely always role models for those younger kids, those middle schoolers.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to continue to rock right along here as we now give you what the batting order is going to be looking like here for both teams. First, we're going to start off with the Lynx as they come up with Jordan Hargrave starting things off at second base, followed by the first baseman in Grayson Clark. And then it will be TJ Cook in the number 3 hole out of the shortstop position. And then from right field in the cleanup spot will be McCain Becker. He'll be followed by the pitcher in Riley Lincoln. Dominic Syborn in center field. And Devin Adler doing the duties in left. He'll be followed by the catcher in Ben Cook. And the man manning the hot corner in Connor Price, rounding out the lineup here for the Abraham Lincoln Lynx.
Leading off the bottom of the first for the Lynx.
And again, it is Hargrave starting things off here. He'll go up against Williamson on the mound for the Glenwood Rams. Williamson, the sophomore, with not a whole lot of action, just 3 1/3 innings under his belt. Does have a strikeout, has given up 4 runs in his limited time. And that one he sends into center field, and nicely done on the run. Good job there by Christensen as he had to kind of range one way and then the other. And a quick out there and 1 down as we now bring in Grayson Clark to the plate.
Number 7, Grayson Clark.
Clark on the year as he takes a look at ball 1. Clark, the junior, with a .321 average, has driven in 8, has 39 total bases under his belt entering today's games. That one sails up high and away, and we keep rolling with a 2-0 count. So again, as we march right along here, don't forget to give us more thoughts. Where are you hearing us from? We'd love to hear from you as we appreciate you joining us on a Saturday night from Tal Anderson Field, a home plate, if you will, for the Omaha Mavericks. And now the 3-0 count. That goes too far out of the zone, and we go 4-pitch walk. Puts a runner onto the base pass here, so at least both teams can claim they've had a runner onto the bases here to start the first inning.
The shortstop, number 15, DJ Cook.
And now we have DJ Cook stepping on up to the plate. Cook on the season has had a strong campaign here in 2025. On the year, not a ton of action. The throw down to second, and the throw was in time, but the tag not applied. That squirted through the glove of Anderson. Unable to apply the tag there, and in the end, a stolen base credited here for Clark. Clark picking up his 5th stolen base of the season. And in the end, we have another balk here, and that time it benefits Abraham Lincoln as the Lynx now put a runner onto third. And we still rock it with a 2-0 count here. Again, Cook up at the plate. Now, the bunt attempt, that one gets hit foul out of play. 2-1 here as we draw the count. And the inning started with a Hargrave fly out to center. Clark walked and stole a base, and then, of course, moved his way on via the balk on over to third, where he stands right now. And that pitch, the high heater, ends up connecting there on a strike. We go 2-2 with our count. Again, Williamson on the mound, looking to add on. Already 1 strike on the season so far, could double it here. And that pitch, a weak blooper out there just past first, and they end up getting him on a heck of a play by Carlo as he has to backtrack a few steps and secures out number 2. And a strong play there puts them down to their final out in the inning. But still a runner on third here for McCain Becker. Becker on the year, batting .257, 20 total bases. He has driven in 17 runs off of 18 hits. And 2 of those hits came via extras. So here we go. The empty count, 12th pitch from Williamson, and that one gets sent back for strike one. So call it what you will right now. Williamson with a pretty efficient outing right now. Just 12 pitches, and he's already had 2 outs and a potential to get a quick third here as we go now with a 1-1. So already a 1-0 lead here in the top half of the first. The Glenwood Rams poke across that 1 run on the strength of 1 hit. And that's where we stand right now. Currently a 1-0 lead here for the Rams. Both of these teams looking to escape the quad with 1-1 as their record. Both teams losing in their opener. Again, the Lynx losing to Valley in the quad opener in the early game today. And, of course, Glenwood falling to Sioux City East in the most recent battle. That one to third, and a good toss across the diamond, and a good snag there off the bounce here from Carlo will secure the out. And in the end, no harm, no foul. Despite a runner onto the base pass, it does not cost the Rams anything. It's still a 1-0 Glenwood lead as we head in to the next half inning. It's the top half of the second. And when we come back, 5, 6, 7, right after this, right here on the iBaseball Network. Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insolites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do. Because Insolites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light, helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. All you need to do today is head to insolites.com and get you some, and you will not be disappointed. It's simplicity at its finest. So go ahead to insolites.com today and get you some. Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell them that IA Baseball sent you. Welcome on back, ladies and gentlemen. Brennan Anderson is the guy to kick us off here in the second inning as we kick things off. A 1-0 advantage here for the Glenwood Rams. The first pitch he sees is a shot right at a shortstop. And a heck of a job by Cook as he had to just leap in the air to snag that one. Great reaction time, and it helped out with out number 1 on the very first pitch of the inning. And just like that, we have 1 down, and now we bring up Graham Newberry to the plate. He takes a look at strike 1 on the outer edge. Newberry 0 for 2 across the first game played here against Sioux City East. Next pitch, wisely lays off that one. We split it now at 1 apiece. So again, want to just thank everybody for tuning in. Again, really appreciate everyone for throughout the whole season catching up with us. Wanted to be a big thanks to Coach Britsky, who has graciously continued to ask us to come here, and we graciously asked to come here as well. And so he has lent us on to that, as that one is a chopper that gets by the third baseman in Price. And that gets a little bit away, and now headed on to second with a stand-up there, as that one kind of ate the left fielder and Adler as well. And as a result here, we have a runner on second for the Rams and a chance to add on to their 1-0 lead here early. So a single turned into a double here. And the Glenwood Rams have something rocking here with just 1 down. That one sent high, and that will be nearing foul territory. Coming on will be a heck of a catch from Becker. Nicely done as he tried to avoid the collision and try and fight the sun and that sky, which, according to the game prior, has been a huge factor today. So now with 2 down, the Lynx have a chance to get out of this one here, down to the number 9 hole man in Miles Stanton with his first plate appearance of the game. He watches one up and in here, ball 1. A runner standing on second. The inning started with a line out. Then Newberry struck a single and turned it into a 2-bagger. And now we sit here with 2 down and the number 9 hole man in Stanton. Looking at a 1-1 count. And the pickoff attempt got him. I got to tell you, Lincoln has been absolutely on point when it comes to the pickoff game. I got to ask Coach Britsky about that because that has been impressive so far. Again, an underclassman with that much poise and a quick release like that, that's a heck of a move that colleges would even pay for, especially major league teams would pay a lot to get that kind of action onto their mound. And in the end, it comes with us as we get the benefit of a high school game in which he is rocking it. 2 pickoffs successful here for Lincoln, and he sets down the Glenwood Rams. It'll be time here for the Lynx to get back at it with 5, 6, 7, Lincoln, Cyborn, and Adler when we return right here in the bottom half of inning number 2 after this. Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insolites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do. Because Insolites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light, helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. All you need to do today is head to insolites.com and get you some, and you will not be disappointed. It's simplicity at its finest. So go ahead to insolites.com today and get you some. Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell them that IA Baseball sent you.
Bradley Lincoln.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. A rocket shot right from whence it came, right off the mound. As a huge shot off of Williamson ends up an attempted play there at short. Anderson with the throw that goes wild, and in the end, coming onto the base pass is Lincoln Riley helping out his own cause. As he legs out a single, heads it up to a double now.
The center fielder number 5, Dominic Cyborn.
And now Dominic Cyborn stepping on up to the plate. His first chance here in this one as we have already off the very first pitch of the inning, a runner standing on second here for the Lynx. And going to check out Williamson on the mound. That rocketed right off his leg. And in the end, almost a heck of a play out there at short. In the end, the rush throw sailed just a bit on him, and it allowed the runner to move on to second, and that's where we stand a runner in scoring position. Both teams do, both teams do have at least one hit apiece. 1 run already for the Rams. The Lynx trying to get their first run of the ball game here. And again, Dominic Cybrone stepping on up First time here in game number 4. And runner taken off. There will be a throw. It sails just a bit. The action after the math is, where are we going to call it? And in the end, we have obstruction is what I think is. Cybrun is sent back to the dugout, called out. Meanwhile, the runner is heading back to second. And Coach Britsky not really, I don't think he's loving it at this point. Again, that's my guess anyway. There's no other reason why they would set down. It seems as though obstruction is the call that is standing right now, because why else would you have a runner get sent back to second? And in the end, Cybrun is called out on interference. And that marks the first out of the inning. So here we go with the runner still on second. We got Devin Adler up to the plate.
Devin Adler.
This is the 24th all-time meeting between the Rams and the Lynx. It's the Lynx to have the slight advantage in the series, 12 games to 11. The Rams looking to tie this one up. Meanwhile, the Lynx looking to get a 2-game lead in this overall series. The 0-1 count. That one struck, and that one ends up hitting the third base coach. You got to keep yourself on your toes for sure. Got to be nimble and got to be able to take a hit, and he sure does. He's up and rocking, still going strong, but I'm sure there'll be a bruise in the morning. That pitch gets sent on a shallow shot into left field, and that'll find its way into the grass, and that'll be a single for the Lynx. Heck of a shot there, and again, that's kind of that Bermuda Triangle right in no man's land, and it ends up putting runners on the corners for Council Bluffs Lincoln. And even though they have one down, they still have a lot to work with here as they bring up Ben Cook to the plate. So runners on the corners here. And started with the Lincoln Riley single. Cybrun called out for interference. And then Adler with a single as well has given us one down. And runners on the corners. And we have a 1-0 count on the number 8 hole man in Ben Cook. Look now, the fire home, that one nicely done behind the dish, and Pelzer trying to frame that one. In the end, no go, says the blue behind the dish. We have a 2-0 count. And now the runner is taken off to second. There will be no throw. And wise one at that. They certainly don't want to risk the runner coming on home and potentially tying this one up. So Adler finds his way on the stolen base at second. We have runners at second and third, both in scoring position. And that one, a foul tip there for strike 2 as we even it up now at 2 apiece. So 1 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on here for the Lynx who are threatening. And that one struck right up the middle. Nice pick at second. The fire over the first, not in time. That gets away. 1 run already coming on home. And that effectively plates 2 as we get now a 2-1 lead here for the Lynx. And just like that, a 1-run deficit changes into their advantage here. It's 2-1, Council Bluffs Lincoln.
Now batting for the Lynx, the third baseman, number 14.
And now Connor Price with his first crack at it here from the plate.
Number 11, Evan Lang.
And now they got him caught in a rundown here. They got him napping just a bit. Where do we end up with this one? The old classic pickle game, and the tie is no go. The Rams capture the out. So they got him napping onto the base pass, and they made him pay for it. We go 2 down now. And as we go ahead with the number 9 hole man in Connor Price. A nice swing, but couldn't come up to that one here. We have 0-1. 3 hits now in the game for Lincoln as they hold a 2-1 advantage. That one shot foul, and we go quickly 0-2. So Devin Adler with the 2-run single ends up poking across the 2 runs so far to give Council Bluffs Lincoln the lead as we go and continue on with the bottom half of inning number 2. Again, tomorrow is your chance to vote on all the nominations for Player of the Week as that one goes too far in and nabs him. Connor Price hit by pitch. And the inning continues on here for the Lynx as the top of the lineup comes on back with Jordan Hargrave. And again, make sure to get out and vote. Head to our Facebook page and vote on your player/performance of the week. And again, as always, give us your nominations throughout the week. Even if it's on a Monday, is that one shot foul? Even if it's on a Monday, if it's a big game, great. If it's Monday and Tuesday games that produce something huge, let us know. Hit us up. Give us the stat lines from 1 game, 2 games, 3 games. It doesn't matter. And get those nominations in. And they could end up winning our Player of the Week. Brought to you by Casmium Sports. That one lifted high into right center field. And coming on with a strong run is Turner. He will capture out number 3. So despite some great work out there from the Glenwood Rams, they find themselves down by 1. The script has been flipped as the Lynx hold the advantage heading into a brand new inning. And when we come back with the 3rd, it will be the top of the Glenwood lineup set to go with Pelzer, Christensen, and Turner right after this, right here from the IA Baseball Network. Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insulate.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the broadcast. Andrew Brown here from Tal Anderson Field here in Omaha. A beautiful backdrop for our quad finale here between the Glenwood Rams and the Abraham Lincoln Lynx. It's a 2-1 advantage. The hit advantage in favor of the Lynx as well, 3-1. Both teams with an error suffered so far in the game. And we continue with the number 9 hole man for Glenwood. And a bunt laid down near perfect, but that one scoots just foul. And we're back at it with an 0-1 count now. Again, both of these teams looking to walk away with a 1-1 split on the quad. It was the Glenwood Rams falling to Sioux City East in the previous game. Meanwhile, to kick off the quad, the Lynx fell to Class 4A's 14th ranked Tigers of West Des Moines Valley. That one too far out of the zone here. We break it even now, 1-1. Again, both teams having touched the plate here. And the Lynx hold the 2-1 advantage. Right back up the middle it goes. And into the outfield grass. A single here on the board for Stanton, his first hit of the ball game. And we're back at the top of the lineup here with Pelzer.
Now batting the catcher number 4, Corbin Pelzer.
And Pelzer drew a walk and got thrown out heading to second his first time up. Looking to, as he looks at the note cards, looking to try and advance things here. Looking to try and capture a win here from Tall Anderson Field. Ooh, as a pick-off attempt, no go. And I got to say, Lincoln has been just stellar here in this one. He has already 2 successful pickoff attempts, and we are just through 2 innings worth of play. That one sails just a bit high on him here. We now break it to a 2-1 count. Glenwood looking at 8-15 record right now, trying to make it 9 wins on the season. That one gets laced out there into left field. A heck of a hitting from the Glenwood Rams as they poke across yet another hit. That's their 3rd of the game. And back-to-back singles puts runners on first and second here. And we will get a pitch runner into the mix here as Jace Woodward will be doing the pitch running duties at first. And that brings up Ben Christensen to the plate. Last time up, he drew a single. And later advanced to second. And right now we're going to have a conversation here. Coach Blitzky coming on over. And my guess here is no change happening yet. And again, more of a kind of a strategy as we've already seen this before. We've seen the Rams scratch across a run based off of a very similar scenario back in inning number 1. Again, we saw that inning start with a walk, a single, and then hit by pitch helped to manufacture in the end 1 run. You got to give credit here to the Lynx as they have done all they could to keep it there. And since it's been quite the low-scoring game, albeit as we just start the top half of the 3rd, not a lot of volume yet in this ball game. And we're back at it here. Again, Lincoln on the mound already with 2 successful pickoffs in this game. A very quick and deadly move. That one gets hit up high. He'll have to fight the sun, but he does, and he'll capture the out. The first big out of the inning here for the Rams defensively. As they set a big batter down here as Christensen set down on the pop-up. And now Ryan Turner back up at the plate. Last time up, he was hit by pitch, and later could not come around to score, looking to try and change the tides here with runners on first and second. Again, Lincoln trying to get out of a jam here. Turner steps out. On the season, Turner hitting .415, 45 total bases on the year. That leads this Glenwood squad. He's also the hits RBI leader, as well as 27 hits on the season. And that one dialed a little too far inside, brings the count 1-0. Again, make sure to catch us on as we will have postseason action here for you. We'll release that coming on up in the next couple weeks about where we're going. But we would first, like as that one gets away and runners do advance here, we would like your help in determining where we should go for our postseason broadcast. So hit us up. Where should we head and what games should we hit first? As the postseason will continue on here in another week. And it's hard to believe that we're already at postseason play. It's hard to imagine as that ball's right in there for the strike, evens it up now at 1 apiece. Hard to imagine that, again, it seems like we just started the year and it was 2 days ago. And now we're sitting here already at the UNO quad at Tall Anderson Field as that one gets popped sky high. This has proved trouble in the past, but not there for Cook. And in the meantime, runner coming on home. The tag applied too late. Now that was some heads-up base running and some speed at that. That's not easy to head from third and make it safely home on a pop-up to deep short. It just doesn't really happen that much. In the end, the Rams manufacture that and tie this game up at 2.
The first baseman, number 1, Ben Carlo.
And now Ben Carlo stepping on up to the plate. With 2 down, he flew out to center his last time up. Runner on second. That one gets drifted and drilled into right field, and that will go all the way to the wall. We get 1 run coming around home, and now we get a play at third base, and the tag applied in time. Heck of a job on the relay for the Lynx as they capture out number 3, but not before the Glenwood Rams poke across another one, and they regain the lead here in this one. Third lead change already, and right now it favors the Rams as they head into the bottom of the third, leading 3-2. What a play. What a job so far. And again, we have a 3-2 advantage for Glenwood as we head into another inning, another half inning anyway. And with that, the top of the CBAL lineup set to take place when we return.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here. The batting donut, I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online or hit them up at sweetenyourswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Grayson Clark starts things off. And on a 1-0 count, he swings through that one, and we bring it even at 1 apiece. In that last half inning for Glenwood, they end up poking across 2 runs on 2 hits. Nobody left on base. And that one is singled into left field. And nice job here for the Lynx in answering here, as Grayson Clark will strike a hit, and he gets his first of the game and stands on first now with that single.
15, TJ Cook.
And now TJ Cook standing on up. Here's a pop out. His first time up, sends that one foul here 0-1. And as we continue on 1-2, the count here. That one goes too far. No, it doesn't. In the end, captured for strike 3. And the strikeout here, first of the game here for Glenwood pitching.
The right fielder, number 6, McCain Becker.
As McCain Becker stepping on up to the plate here with 1 down and 1 runner on. And that one gets shot, and into the gap it goes in between Newberry and Anderson. And now runner headed on to third. He'll go past third, and now the play at the plate is not going to be in time. And some aggressive base running by the Lynx as they tie this one up at 3 apiece here off of the 5th hit of the ball game for Lincoln. And we get a little bit of a gingerly walk here out of Becker, who may have kind of turned the corner a little bit. In the end, looks like he's going to be all right, and he's going to be rocking it here at second. So an RBI double for Becker evens the score up at 3 apiece here as we now continue on with the bottom half of inning number 3 and do so with Riley Lincoln to the plate. That one too far out of the zone here. We now go 1-0. That marked the 41st pitch of the game here for Williamson. Williamson already has 1 strikeout on the day. That has doubled his season total. And that one perfectly placed on the outer edge. Not much to do with that one except watch it by for strike 1. That one gets lifted high into left field, but that will be about midway into left, and that will freeze the runner at second. And in the end, it just goes for allowed out number 2, as now we come up with Dominic Cybron to the plate.
Now batting for the Lynx, the center fielder, number 5, Dominic Cyborn.
So Cyborn already with one attempt. He was called out on interference in his first plate appearance. So he hasn't really had much action already. Starts things off with ball 1 low and inside. And he shoots that one right back from whence it came. Williamson with some good reaction time, and he ends up tossing it in for out number 3. But not before we all are knotted up at 3 apiece here. The Lynx even it up here and now lead the hit total 5-3. It's an all-tied ball game after 3 innings worth of play. And we get the top half of the 4th when we come back. And when we do, it will be Hutchcraft, Anderson, and Newberry right after this here on the IA Baseball Network. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here, the batting donut. I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online or hit them up at sweetenyourswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here as we give your stat line for the game so far, brought to you by Casmium Sports. Make sure to check them out at CasmiumSports.com. For the Glenwood Rams, 2 runs off 5 hits, 1 runner left on base. And for Council Bluffs, Abraham Lincoln, up to this point, they have 4 hits. excuse me, they have 5 hits to help push across their 3 runs. Both teams with 1 error apiece on the day. Riley Lincoln, first pitch is sent high up into the air, shallow center field. Coming on strong will be Christensen, and he'll be able to come up with the out. As we continue on here, and again, Hutchcraft is set down. A nice shot there into center, but a shallow pop-up to Cybrone will give us out number 1. And now coming on up, Brennan Anderson takes a look at strike 1 in his second at bat. He lined out to short his first time up. And again, following as we head into the bottom half of the 4th, another trivia question coming your way and a chance for you to earn some free IA Sports gear as that one's fouled back in a 1-2 count. Again, an all-tied ball game, knotted up at 3 apiece. And that one goes too far inside. And the second batter hit by a pitch here for Glenwood as Anderson gets a free trip to the base paths here. And I guess you can't really call it free as he did have to wear it there. And in the end, he gets Graham Newsbury coming on up with a chance to send something going. And in the end, Newberry right now 1 for 1. He singled back in the second. So it could send him, get something rolling in action as the Rams, who have plated 1 in the second and 2 in the third, are looking to keep that momentum up here offensively. And now that one gets away, and the runner taken off the second, and they say go third, but wisely lays off and ends up finding his way on to second and remains there in scoring position as the ball gets away. And just going to walk it over to the pitcher here with a quick conversation. Again, Riley already has 2 successful pickoff attempts on the day, which he has been very impressive from that standpoint. He's done a lot here for an underclassman to work in such a pressure-packed game, but in the end, he has come out pretty well in this one. And his team all knotted up with the Rams at 3. So with a 1 down here, we resume action. And again, it's Newsbury up. He's already 1 for 1. Again, that single back in the second. 5 total hits here for the Rams, 5 total hits here for the Lynx. Both teams with 3 runs having crossed the plate, both teams with an error on the docket. Again with the look, and he'll fire. That goes right back up the middle. And a nice pick and a good throw over to first. Heck of a play. The throw home will nab the runner. What a play from the Lynx. Defensively, heck of a play to earn the double play. And a great job by Cook to spear it and get the throw off accurately to first. And then heads up play by Clark to know that that runner's coming on home. A strong throw gets them by a mile. And in the end, the Lynx, despite some action, go nowhere. It's just their second scoreless inning of the game. And as such, we head to the bottom half of the inning, and it will be a chance to get rolling here for the Lynx coming on up as they got 5, 6, and 7 due up. And again, once again on the mound, Williamson back at it. Good to see him, and we'll see him hurl it once more for the Rams when we return. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insulites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do.
because Insulites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light, helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. All you need to do today is head to insulites.com and get you some, and you will not be disappointed. It's simplicity at its finest. So go ahead to insulites.com today and get you some. Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell them that IA Baseball sent you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Devin Adler is the guy to kick us off here for the Lynx. And he sends that one foul back. Strike one. And again, the totals right now, both teams with 5 hits up to this point, both teams with 3 runs. And in the end, both teams all knotted up in the error column at 1 apiece. That one gets lifted out there into left field, coming on strong, and a heck of a running attempt. Heck of a job there by Dalton. Another great play that we've seen out of him from left field. And that's how you thwart any action onto the bases there. A heck of a play to start things off as we are one quick down here in the bottom half of inning number 4. That goes down as a line out for sure. Want to put an asterisk, says heck of a play. As that one, a slow chopper out there to first. Clark with the pick, and he will secure it himself. 2 pitches, 2 outs here.
Now batting for the Lynx, the third baseman, number 14, Connor Price.
And, of course, right now that brings up the number 9 hole man, Connor Price. He was hit by a pitch in his first trip back in the 2nd inning. He sure would like to see his team continue on in this inning. And he takes a look at ball 1 up and away here. The scoring started with the Rams as they punched it first through with a 1-0 lead. The Lynx took the lead in the 2nd inning after a 2-1 margin and then added on 1 more after 3. But that was after the fact that the Rams evened it up or took the lead again. So it's been 3 lead changes up to this point. We are all knotted up at 3, and that pitch gets driven out there into left field, and that will find the gap, and that will roll all the way to center field. It will hit off the wall, and we have a runner standing on second. A heck of a job from the 9-hole man as a standing double, as how we continue the inning here for the Lynx. Council Bluffs Lincoln now going to the top of their lineup in Hargrave, who is officially 0 for 2 with a fly-out and a ground out under his belt. He has a chance to drive in a run here should he connect. Meanwhile, looking for his 2nd strikeout here is Williamson on the mound. That one gets lifted out there to left, but an atom ball type of hit. And that is another out recorded in left field here for Dalton. He's starting to become the vacuum, folks. It's been a heck of an outing from him, and so far, it's been a heck of a game. All knotted up at 3 apiece as we continue on. The Lynx with 6 hits in this one lead this by a 1-hit margin. Meanwhile, the run total all evened up at 3, and we appreciate you for coming along for the ride. We'll be back with more. And when we get the chance to come back, it will be 8, 9, and 1 for the Rams. Due up when we return.
Hey, everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork. Values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor iabaseball.com. Please visit rdafn.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Pierce Dalton is the first Ram, and the first pitch he sees, he bounces that into the center field grass. And talking about, hey, ambush tactics all the way as he plates himself onto the base pass here. And he does so for the first time in this one. And now Miles Stanton, who already has a hit under his belt, looking to add on here. Again, thanks for tuning in and joining along with us. Who are you cheering for? Who are you looking out for? We want to hear about that. As a runner standing on first base following the first pitch single from Pierce Dalton. And now Miles Stanton, who already singled in the third, with a chance to try and add to that mark. Runner on first, a pickoff attempt there. You kind of knew it was coming. Man, that is one of the quickest pickoff attempts that I have seen in the high school scene. That is a skill that is hard to master, and it already seems like Lincoln has gone quite a ways in mastering that. That one in there for the strike. Here we go 0-2 in the final game here from the University of Omaha's Tal Anderson Field. It's been a great day, and we've had a lot of excitement across our three broadcasted games here today. That one too far on the outer edge. Again, the whole quad started with a 10 a.m. battle between Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln Lynx and the Tigers of West Des Moines Valley. Valley ended up taking that one by a 10-0 mark. And then Valley turned around to play Sioux City East, in which the Black Raiders took that game by a 4-3 margin. And then on the other end of it, as we got a stop on here, looking to see what's going on. It does look like the strikeout did occur, so looks like K number 1 here for Lincoln on the mound today. Meanwhile, Dalton did move his way on to second base. He stands in scoring position with one down. But again, Black Raiders took over and won against the Tigers of West Des Moines Valley in Game 2. Game 3, all Sioux City East over Glenwood 25-4. And then we land right here and right now, all tied up with the Lynx just a one-hit advantage in this one. Meanwhile, everything else is knotted up. 3 runs apiece, 1 error apiece. Again, Pelzer back up to the plate. He has reached in both trips. He walked back in the first and he singled back in the third. Later came around to score. And pickoff attempt there. Sails into the outfield grass. Nicely done there by Cybron to make sure that doesn't go any further, though. Again, still heck of a view, guys. Absolutely love it, and hopefully you enjoy it along with me here. So a 1-1 count with 1 down. Again, a heck of a time here in Omaha. A great venue in Tal Anderson Field. That one in the dirt for ball 2. And really want to give, again, Coach Britsky a big shout out. He has graciously accepted us being here, broadcasting all these games. A big shout out to the University of Omaha for allowing us to be here. It really does show the character of both of those parties for one, not only the great event that they put on here and such a fantastic venue, but also just the willingness to open up and have this game be shared with many others. So it really does mean a lot, and we really do appreciate everybody involved. That one on a shot right off the glove of Price. That heads into the outfield grass. The runner does not take off to home, though. A heck of a shot. That was a rocket off of Pelzer's bat. In the end, that makes sure it's his second hit of the ball game as he singles and puts runners now on the corners here with one down. And again, doing the running duties here is Jace Woodward, the sophomore.
Center field number 3, shortstop.
And now it brings up the number 2-hole hitter here and the center fielder, Ben Christensen, as he looks to add on to his 1-for-2 mark. He singled back in the first, popped out in the third. So you got to look at here with runners on the corners, one down. It's been proven this Glenwood squad is very much aggressive on the base pass. We'll see end up what's happening here. And Lincoln not allowing an inch there as his quick pickoff move keeps the runner at first. Again, Christensen with already a single under his belt, trying to add on more. He looks and he'll fire home. That's swung on, and despite the good swing, unable to connect there. We get a first strike here. Again, the inning started with a Pierce Dalton single, a Stanton strikeout, and a Pelzer single. That's where we stand right now with one down. A runner taken off to second. There will actually be a throw, but a late throw at that one, not in time. And it's a successful stolen base here for Pelzer as he gets to second base for the second time here in this one. No, make it the third time here. And now runners at second and third, both in scoring position. Lincoln with a fire home, sends it too far high and away. And now we rise that count to a 2-1 mark. That was pitch number 56 on the day so far for Lincoln, as he is pretty much towing the line. I mean, if he ended up just going 4 pitches, would just be 10 over the minimum. And a heck of a throw. Now he heads at the third, and we got a pickle here near third and home plate. The battle continues on. This is why you play the game, folks. And in the end, the tag applied at third. And meanwhile, nice job on the other end of it as Dalton will head on over, find his way onto third base. And meanwhile, runners at second and third, although they do get the lead runner in the process here. And so we trade one set of runners on second and third for another.
Now batting the right fielder.
And now we go ahead and we bring up the right fielder and Ryan Turner to the plate. So 2 singles, a strikeout, and a fielder's choice have given us 2 down. And we're up to 2 runners on and an empty count to Turner, who slices that one left side, and a heck of a play across the diamond throw, not in time. And now we're runner coming on home. There will be no play. And another run crossing the board, marking a 2-run lead here for the Glenwood Rams. I got to first say, heck of a defensive stop there by Price at third, and he had to give all he could and then some just to get it to first. It was an accurate throw, but just off the glove. And in the end, heads-up play on the base running for the Rams, and that not only helped plate 1, but it brought home 2. And now, for the second time in 3 innings, the Rams have plated 2 runs to take the lead once again. Ben Carlo stands up and sends that one really high. It comes down into the glove of Lincoln, but not before Turner plays hero, as his single helps plate 2 and gives the Rams their lead, their second lead of the game. And now they will head in to a brand new bottom half of the 5th with that lead, and Williamson back on the mound. For the Lynx, they will bring out Clark, Cook, and Becker to start things off as we get rolling here at the bottom half of the 5th from Tal Anderson Field here in Omaha. We'll be back right after this Higher on the IA Baseball Network.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the broadcast. Andrew Brown here as we are into the bottom half of inning number 5. And as we go ahead and recap the last half inning, Glenwood with 3 hits, bringing across 2 runs, 1 runner left on, as that one is a diving attempt out there at short, but just off the glove, as in the end, a single by Clark, his second of the game, and the first pitch from him ends up putting him on first. As we continue on with, again, runner on and nobody out. And that brings up TJ Cook to the plate.
TJ Cook.
Cook has gone 0 for 2 with a pop out and a strikeout. Looks at ball 1 up and in here. And that one gets hit high, and that's a blooper out there in, and that one gets around Stanton, and gets around him, and then in the end, that left Clark kind of in no man's land, and a great heads-up play from him, getting just far enough, scoots in there at second, and despite all the hecticness, runners now at second and first here for the Lynx and nobody down.
The right fielder, number 6, McCain Becker.
And now McCain Becker stepping on up. He is 1 for 2, an RBI double back in the third as he gets strike 1 on him to start this at bat. A bunt attempt laid down, and he does it perfectly. The only throw is to first. Nicely played. In the end, they do get the runner over there to third. So they exchange that with runners now at second and third, and just 1 down here. Perfectly laid down as now we continue on with Riley Lincoln at the plate. So 1 down after the Becker sacrifice, and Lincoln has gone 1 for 2, singled back in the second, made his way all the way to third before not being able to come home that last time up. That one sails high. We go 1-0 the count. And coming on, before you know it there, some good heads-up base running plates another one as the Lynx cut into this lead. Now it's 5-4. And that one sails on him there. We go 2-0 the count. Cook stands on third after Clark find his way back home. That one on a chopper, slow roller out there to second. The pick and fire in the end gets the out, but that exchanged for a tie ball game as the Lynx knot this one up at 5.
Now batting for the Lynx, the center fielder number 5, Dominic Cyborn.
And now Dominic Cyborn up at the plate. He is 0 for 1, a ground out and an infielder interference back in the second. He lifts that one up high left field. It's going, and it is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. The home run trot here for Cyburn, who ends up with a long ball to left field, and he puts this team up by 1. It's now a 6-5 advantage here for the Lynx. That one got out of here in a big hurry, and that's how Council Bluffs Lincoln takes the lead once more. It's now a 6-5 advantage Lynx.
Now batting for the Lynx, the left fielder number 3, Devin Adler.
And now Devin Adler stepping on up here to the plate. Cyborn officially with his first home run of the 2025 campaign, and what a heck of a way to get your first long ball of the season coming here at Tal Anderson Field as we continue the hit parade. That one sliced into left field here, and another hit onto the board here. Devin Adler picking up his second of the ball game. So already 4 hits in this inning alone, and the Lynx now past double digits in this one in the hit column. This has been quite the alternating back and forth battle here as we get Ben Cook stepping on up to the plate. He too has one of the 11 hits in the ball game. He struck a single back in the second, officially labeled 1 and 2 on the day. Runner taken off to second. The throw and the tag is applied in time. Heck of a throw from Pelzer to nab the runner. And there's no swipe in the bag here. It is out number 3, and we wrap up this half of the inning. In fact, all of inning number 5. In inning number 5, there were 5 runs here, and now since we have changed the lead multiple times, it's the Lynx to hold on to it as we head into the 6th inning here. And when we come back, the Rams will try and answer with Hutchcraft, Anderson, and Newberry when we return.
Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insolites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do. Because Insolites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light, helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. All you need to do today is head to insolites.com and get you some, and you will not be disappointed. It's simplicity at its finest. So go ahead to insolites.com today and get you some. Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell them that IA Baseball sent you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In the last half inning for the Lynx, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 runners left on base. And now for Council Bluffs, Abraham Lincoln, they hold the hits lead 10, and they hold the runs lead 6-5. Again, they have out hit the Rams 10-5, and have the lead in the run column 6-5. They also have the error lead 2-1. As they hold the 1-run advantage here. And Hutchcraft starting things off with a rocket out there into left field. The seeing eye single, which now it's been 5 hits right in the gap between Price and Cook. I mean, you really can't defend that too very much. In the end, great hitting is great hitting. And that puts a runner onto the base pass early here for the Rams. And now that'll bring up number 2 in Brennan Anderson. He is looking for his first hit in the contest. And Riley Lincoln back on the mound here. The quickest pickoff move in this entire state. But he throws that one really wild, and in the end, that allows Hutchcraft to make it on over on the wild throw. He stands once again in scoring position. Both of these teams near 50% in terms of their efficiency with runners in scoring position. They have been fairly efficient, again, fairly relevant and fairly steady with that all game long. Again, as we look at the timeline here, it was the Rams to start things off with a 1-run lead in the top of the first. The Lynx exchanged the lead here as they put up 2 in the bottom half of the second to take that and take the lead. And then from there, they added on to make it a 3-1 advantage after 3. Or excuse me, they added 1 on there, and then the Rams added 2 more in the top half of the second. And then it was all knotted up after 3, and after 4 innings still knotted up. And then in the 5th inning, we had a lot of runs scored. As that one not in there for a strike here. And that one's shot left side. A good pick and a fire across the diamond. Meanwhile, runner taken off. The throw will get wild. And now the Rams will plate another run here. It's now once again even. The wild throw will not only get him to third, but it'll get him home. And now it is all knotted up once again at 6. A wild throw got him to second, and a wild throw ends up getting him home.
The left fielder number 8, Pierce Dalton.
So a pair of back-to-back groundouts have caused a lot of chaos, but in the end, we have all knotted up at 6 here as we are into the top half of inning number 6. The 1-1 count, sporting the pink bat here from the number 8 spot. Dalton will look at ball 2. Again, trying to get this all set here for you. Rams with the early 1-0 lead after 1. And then as that one drilled in for a strike 2. And then after 2, it was the Lynx to take a 2-1 lead. And then the Rams captured it right back with 2 runs in the top half of the third. And it all evened up at 3 after the Lynx sported 1 run in the bottom of the third. And then in the 5th, it was all about the number 5. As the Rams plated 2, the Lynx plated 3, bring us all the way. And after that 1-run lead that the Lynx put into this 6th inning, it has now been 1 run to cross. And a little blooper out there into right. Sometimes you just need to be lucky, and that's exactly what Dalton was there as he pokes that one in for a single, and that marks his second hit of the game, second in 2 innings. And now Miles Stanton, 1 for 2 on the day, setting on up with 2 down and a runner on first.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Miles Stanton.
That one low, and the runner is taken off. No, he's not. Do we get a rundown? No, we don't. In the end, we keep him at first, and we get that count running up to 1-0. Arm action in the bullpen here for Glenwood. We'll see if we have a new pitcher coming on up after this. Again, 10 runs here for the Lynx, or 10 hits, I say, for the Lynx, as they have poked across 6 runs. The same in the run column for the Glenwood Rams, as that is set foul for strike 1. So overall, it is 10 hits for the Rams, 6 runs. And we have 10 hits for the Lynx and 6 runs. The Lynx with 2 errors, Rams with 1 error on the day. That one on a slow chopper, and that one sails foul, though. We keep it right back where it is and bring the count 1-2. And that one gets him ducking out of danger here. Now Stanton has driven his count even at 2 apiece. In 10 hits apiece, 6 runs apiece, it has all been even Steven for the majority of this contest. That one gets a shallow center shot out there, and nicely done on the run. Cybrun will officially pick up out number 3, but not before the Rams even this one up yet again. There will be yet another lead change coming on over, but we'll see. Does it come in the next half inning? And when it comes, it will be 9-1-2 for the Rams right after this. And we'll have more coverage right here from Tall Anderson Field. It's the Rams. It's the Lynx coming up right again after the break.
Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insulate.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events. We work at all the state events, and you know, you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you, and it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa, which is cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get you rocking with the bottom half of inning number 6. We're coming down to the wire in this one, and Ben Cook kicks us off here, and he rocks a 1-1 count as we continue on. Ben Cook so far is 1 for 2. He singled back in the second, and that one is a sharp grounder out there to third. The pick by Price, and across the diamond he goes. Nice glove work, nice arm work, and he gets a quick out number 1.
Now batting for the Lynx, the third baseman, number 14.
And now Connor Price back up. He's been hit by pitch, and he's doubled in 2 trips. Has a big gap in right center field should he be able to connect and send one there. Williamson with the toss. He'll try and bunt that one down. In the end, goes awry, and we start with an 0-1 count to the number 9 hole man with Connor Price. Again, this has been quite the back and forth battle here with several lead changes. It started in the very first with a 1-0 advantage here for the Rams. As that one's sent back. And then after that 1-0 lead, the Lynx got a lead of their own with a 2 spot in the second to lead 2-1. But then it was a 3-2 advantage for the Rams after 2.5, which was answered once again by the Lynx in the bottom of the third to even it up at 3. And then from there, well, after a scoreless fourth, it was the Rams to take a 2-run advantage. After 4.5, the Lynx again answered back in their own way as they played at 3 in the bottom of the 5th to get that 1-run lead. And that's where we sit now. As we don't sit now, we sit here in the 6th, and it's all tied after a Glenwood RBI in the top half of the inning to even it out. And as both teams sit there with 10 hits, 6 runs, we are in the 6th inning. And again, Price with a strikeout there, make out the second strikeout of the game here for Williamson. And he goes up with 2 down against the top of the lineup here in Hargrave, who is officially flown out in 3 trips to the plate. That one, though, will not be a line out. That will find its way into the outfield grass. A heck of a hitting performance there as he finds his way to get on to first base and keep the inning rolling here for the Lynx. And that'll now bring up Grayson Clark to the plate. And Clark has found a way on to the base pass in each of the 3 times he's come to the plate.
Grayson Clark.
He walked in his first plate appearance, stole a base, reached to third on a balk, and then since then has constructed 2 consecutive singles and later came around to score back in the 5th. So his day has been pretty efficient here in game 2. And that one can't quite catch the outer edge there. We go 1-0 with the count. Again, Hargrave standing on first. Hargrave with a couple of stolen bases under his belt this year, so we could see him try and be aggressive here, although with 2 down, I don't see how aggressive they're going to be. But Coach Britsky's always going to be one to challenge and certainly be aggressive. That one nicely played by Pelzer in the dirt, keeps it in front of him, and we roll to 2-1. We have more for you coming on up tomorrow. That will be when you can go ahead and vote for your performance of the week, brought to you by Casmium Sports. Make sure to check out and give your stat lines for your performer of the week, as that one is lifted into right field, and a nice strong turn by Turner. It will capture out to number 3. So the Rams defensively hold the Lynx to their 3rd scoreless inning of the game, and they get the chance to head on into the top half of the 7th as we are all tied up at 6 apiece. and we keep rolling here from Tall Anderson Field. We'll be back right after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events. We work at all the state events, and you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you, and it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa, which is cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our stat line up to this point, the Glenwood Rams with 10 hits, 6 runs, 1 error. Meanwhile, the Lynx hold this slight edge in the hit column, 11 hits, 6 runs, 2 errors here. And we get Lincoln back onto the mound here, trying to keep this one where it is so he can send his team into the bottom half of the inning with a tie ball game and a chance to walk it off. But in the meantime, Glenwood trying to change those tides here. They're going to start with the top of the lineup here. And again, as Pelzer stepping on up here in just a bit, he is effectively 1 for 2, walked back in the first, but 2 back-to-back singles, and including a run scored and a stolen base, have proved a pretty productive outing for him, as he's been a prototypical leadoff man extraordinaire here in Game 4 of the UNO Quad.
Number 4, Corbin Pelzer.
And Pelzer stepping on up once again, as we mentioned, with a chance to do some damage here. The base is empty, and this is a squad that has gone scoreless just 3 innings. In fact, both of these teams have not scored in just 3 innings. It has been, for the most part, a hit fest, a score fest. And we remain all deadlocked at 6 apiece as we head into the final inning, or at least we think so. That one sails too far outside. We go 2-0 with the count. 2-1, excuse me. That one a little inside as we go 3-1. And a get me over strike, easily in there for strike 2, and now we've drawn the count full. At the 82nd pitch here for Lincoln, and he gets him to swing. The tag applied. By the way, a very sly tag applied there. As the out there, the strikeout, mark it the 3rd strikeout of the game here on the day. As we get rocking and rolling with looks to be. Let's see what ends up happening here. Pierce ended up playing a little trick on all of us. Ends up back to where he is at 3rd. But in the meantime, 1 out here early on. And now we bring up the number 2 hole man and Ben Christensen, who takes a look at ball 1 outside the zone. Christensen is 1 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 5th. Was a pop-out victim in the 3rd and singled back in the 1st inning. Lincoln with the hurl. That one sent back here, and now we move to 1-2. All knotted up at 6. That one fouled back again. And this has been such a back-and-forth battle. Both teams still have their original starters in the mix, as of now anyway. Both teams with double digits in the hit column. Both teams with 6 runs. Both teams are kind of matching each other stride for stride here. That one just outside, couldn't quite catch the corner here as we bring it all full at 3-2. That one shot, a sharp one out there, gets away from the second baseman in Hargrave, and in the end it squirts into the outfield grass, and the Lynx are slapped with their third error of the game, and that will put a runner onto the base pass here as Christensen reaches for the third time in this ball game. And after Christensen gets on, it's Ryan Turner to step on up. And we will potentially have, in fact, we will have a new pitcher here in the mix as Pierce, who joked earlier, is handed the ball. And we will get Pierce to come on and do the pitching duties. We'll look to see who ends up replacing him at third. As again, Lincoln will head on back into the dugout. Riley Lincoln with a heck of an outing here. He ends up allowing 6 runs and near 10 hits in the game. As we have coming on will be Evan Lang. He'll be heading to third base to do the hot corner duties.
Evan Lang to third base. Jordan Hargrave to first base. Decker back to right field.
And Baker back to right field to go, and here we roll with a chance. Glenwood trying to claw their way into the win here. Again, they fell to Sioux City East in their first outing here at the UNO Quad. And meanwhile, the Lynx also trying to even their record of the day at 1 apiece after falling by 10 runs to West Des Moines Valley in the opener. And as we take a look, Pierce on the season, the senior has been doing what he needs to do. He comes in with 10 strikeouts through 12 innings. He has kind of been a bend but not break kind of pitcher. Again, 10 Ks on the year. Would certainly love to add a few more here and get them out of the inning. They do have 1 out so far, but they got a runner on first. And the Rams have already proven themselves very capable of striking. Again, they started out with the lead, recaptured the lead after 2.5, recaptured the lead again after 4.5, and then tied the game after 6.5. And that's where we stand right now. A chance to try and get that lead to possibly stick. It's changed hands several times throughout this game. It's certainly been one of the more exciting games that we have had this year.
Right fielder number 12, Ryan Turner.
And as we move on, again, Turner once right back up to the plate here. He is so far gone hit by pitch, pop out, and struck a 2-run single back in inning number 5. And it looks like the umpires are not liking something about what Pierce is doing in his delivery. And they're having a conversation, having him throw a couple here. Not sure exactly what they're not liking about what they see. Maybe a little bit of a health thing here. We'll have to see. Oh, it's the PitchCom. I'm sorry. Thank you again for letting me know. It is the PitchCom system that they're trying to get all situated. That's why we have no catcher back there. That kind of had me confused there for just a second here. But in the end, nothing wrong with what is going on here for Pierce. Again, who has played a pretty good third base today. There's been a lot of rocket shots his way. He's had a couple nice diving stops, and in the end, it's made for quite an entertaining game here. As the PitchCom system looks to get fixed here, again, the NFHS has allowed PitchCom systems between the catcher and the coach. And that is right now where it stands. We've had conversations with a number of leaders across the state of Iowa about would that potentially change. And I mean, in the end, I hear from a number of coaches that the floodgates would open if they would allow the pitcher, coach, and catcher to be all in the mix there. The empty count here to Turner, swings through that one, strike one we go as we resume action. The corners are a little bit in here for the Lynx. Double play depth here and the middle infield for the Lincoln Lynx as they keep an honest over there at first. Again, Christensen stands on first after the error. We have one down and 0-1 count. And plenty of chance for you to go ahead and vote for your performance of the week. Go ahead and get the nominations in if you haven't already. But tomorrow is your time to vote. And on our High and Tight program on Tuesday, we will go ahead and announce the winner, as well as some storylines across the state and some really good highlight videos that we've accumulated. That one gets sent out there, and that will eke its way into the outfield grass. And now we get a runner heading on to third. The wild throw will not only be able to head him to third, but now the Rams, on an uncharacteristic way, find a way to get into the lead once more. It's a 7-6 ball game after the throw from left field goes awry and into the Glenwood dugout. And they're going to have a quick conversation there. And it looks like everything is going to remain exactly as it is. And it's a lead here for the Rams once more. So some fielding miscues, some throwing miscues end up giving the Rams a one-run lead right now. They still have one out to work with.
Baseman number 1, Ben Carlo.
And now Ben Carlo stepping on up to the plate. So the inning started with a Pelzer strikeout, an error reach for Christensen, and then off of a couple wild throws, he makes his way onto home. That one, a rocket shot over there to first. Nice snag there by Clark. Wow, that was a much-needed defensive stand there. Heck of a play out of him as he ends up doing Omen's work. Can't get much better than that. Heck of a stab here as Carlo is sent down on a 3 unassisted put out. And with that, 2 outs and a chance for the Lynx to get out of this one with just 1 run having crossed the plate. But they do have to contend with a runner at third. And up at the plate here as we continue to rock and roll. Anderson, a lefty, trying to answer here already with a reach on a hit by pitch. And he's also grounded out and lined out in 3 trips. And the next pitch from Pierce, that one sails a bit too high and in it goes, 2-1. We are all knotted up, 11 hits apiece, 7 runs for the Rams, 6 for the Lynx as that one gets sent back, and time for Pierce to try and get out of this one here. It seems like whoever is the last man standing with the bat would win this one, but with the Rams, they've played some pretty sound defense as of late. And that one's shot left side. That'll be foul. The Rams have now effectively scored in each of the last 3 innings. They played 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the fifth, and 1 apiece so far in the 6th and 7th. And that one on the outer edge will seal the deal. That's the strikeout here for Pierce, but not before the Rams have put themselves in prime position to take the win. And it's all up to the Lynx now to try and tie it or walk it off. It'll be Cook, Becker, and Lincoln to try and get the ball rolling when we return. Coming up next, the bottom of the 7th, and we're going to find a winner when we come back right here on the IA Baseball Network.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events. We work at all the state events, and you know, you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you, and it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa. It's cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. TJ Cook with his 4th appearance here at the plate. He is getting the chance to add on to his 1-for-3 mark. Lays down a nice bunt, and the quick throw to first isn't in time. A nice shot. Heck of a play. Williamson once again back at it on the mound. He thwarts the would-be effort there on the bunt single try. In the end, Cook is sent down. A nice play over there on the mound. And now that will bring up McCain Becker to the plate. Becker 1 for 2 on the day. Sacrifice back in the 5th. 2-run. A 2-bagger to bring in a run in the 3rd, and then he also grounded out back in inning number 1. An exciting nightcap here to the UNO Quad. It's been a fun battle here in Omaha, as that one laced over there the 3rd, and that eats him up. Newberry, unfortunately, can't come up with that one, as that will allow another runner onto the base pass for Lincoln, as the Lynx will put Becker on via the error. And now it will be up to Riley Lincoln once more. Lincoln so far has been solid. He has had a single and a sacrifice RBI, and effectively 1 for 2 on the day, and would love to come up and be hero here. That one, though, gets sent high, and oh! Heck of a play right out of camera view. What a job there behind the dish from Pelzer. And that was a heck of a play that I didn't even think would be made. That looked like it was coming my way. And in the end, it brings us down to 2 down with a runner on. And now, after the pop out, Dominic Cybron back up to the plate. He homered back in the 5th. Oh boy, could they use that now. The send home tries to frame it, but no go behind the dish. We start 1-0. This is looking to end off what has been a heck of a 4-game slate here today. The pitch following outside, no takers on that one. We move to 2-0. And the pickoff attempt at first, keeping them honest there. Williamson looking to go the complete game and capture the win here today. Again, it is the Lynx to hold the slight advantage in the series. Lynx looking to go up 2 games. Meanwhile, the Rams looking to even up in the series. That ball gets away and headed off to second is Becker. He'll get there. And again, the Rams looking to even the series all up at 12. Here it's 12-11 over the past 23 outings between these two teams. And the Rams are trying to even it up, and they are 1 out from doing so. Although we have a 3-0 count here. on the number 6-hole man, and in the end, Cyberon is sent to first base via the walk. Probably a better thing, knowing that he can leave the yard pretty quickly. So now that puts runners on first and second to bring up Devin Adler to the plate. And I don't think you get much better. So far, 2 for 3. He's driven into a stolen base, 2 singles on the day. That pitch, it's sent high, and is it playable? In the end, it comes down into the glove of Pelser once again. The Rams have taken this one, ladies and gentlemen. It's a win for Glenwood, and they escape here, the UNO quad, with a split here, 1 game apiece. And a heck of an outing here from the Glenwood Rams as they now improve to 9-15 on the season. A heck of a way to win. Pelzer secures the final 2 outs needed. And in the end, they take the win here. They do so on 10 hits, 7 runs, 2 errors. Meanwhile, the Lynx, they drop despite 11 hits in this one, 6 runs and 4 errors committed. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have our wrap-up post-game report coming on up after this. Hey, don't go anywhere. We're going to say sayonara from Tom Anderson Field when we return right here on the IAA Baseball Network.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here. The batting donut, I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online, or hit them up at sweetenorswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you. Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insolites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do. Because Insolites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light, helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. All you need to do today is head to insolites.com and get you some, and you will not be disappointed. It's simplicity at its finest. So go ahead to insolites.com today and get you some. Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell them that IA Baseball sent you.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome all and back into the broadcast here. Appreciate you coming along for the ride as we are here live from Towle Anderson Field in Omaha, home of the University of Omaha Mavericks, part of the Summit League. And we go ahead and give you our final box score brought to you by Casmium Sports. And in the end, the victorious Glenwood Rams do so 7 runs off of 10 hits, 2 errors, 6 runners left on base. And for the Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln Lynx, they fall 6 runs on 11 hits, 4 errors, and 6 left on base. And as we look at what's going on here for Glenwood, again, they improved to 9-15 on the season. Meanwhile, Council Bluffs Lincoln, they fall to 5-24 on the season. And as we take a look at the road ahead for both of these squads, we take a look first at Glenwood and what's coming out next for them. They will be on the road. They will be at home, on the road again as we go ahead and bring up the road ahead here for them. Of course, we got to have that on there. The road ahead for Glenwood looks like this. After their win here today, they take 2 road trips. They end the month of June against Kemper, which Kemper leads that series 18-13. And then they take on Trainer to begin the month of July. Glenwood leads that series there. And then those 2 road trips, and then they're back at home starting on the 2nd against Clarinda, as Glenwood's dominated that series 24-10. And then they battle Shenandoah on the 3rd. And again, they also lead that series 31-1. That has been their most successful series out of anybody on the slate for them this season. And again, that is the road ahead, brought to you by RDA Financial, and personalized innovative solutions so that you can navigate what is a very stressful financial market out there. They've got you covered, and they'll keep you covered. Again, with the help of RDA Financial. And again, they're also the same guys who are in your community, the same men and women who are helping you with the baseball, helping with softball, helping with basketball, football, volleyball, all of that. It's like they're trained to be big parts of your community, and that's exactly what they continue to be right here. Again, RDA Financial helping to bring us that. And, of course, as we take note of the road ahead here for the Lynx, their schedule, again, doesn't necessarily get any easier coming on out. They will be at home to kick off the month of July, and they will battle a doubleheader against Bishop Heelan, and then they'll be right back at home in a postponed game on the 2nd, taking on Sioux City North, before they travel to Lamar's on the 3rd, and then they wrap up the regular season as they take on a road trip to Bishop Heelan, and their final game of the 2025 regular season is against Harlan at home. And, of course, that is the road ahead for both teams, brought to you by RDA Financial. As we look at our Casmium Sports Player of the Game, man, it's a hard one to go through because several guys had huge impacts here in this one. Right now it's down to Ryan Turner and Corbin Pelzer. And, man, both of them had 2 hits. Turner ended up poking across 2 runs. In the end, you just got to give it co-player of the game. Pelzer and Turner get up the co-players of the game here. They secure the victory, and it is Glenwood to walk out of here splitting the day. Meanwhile, the Lynx of Council Bluffs Lincoln go 0-2 for the UNO quad run. All right, ladies and gentlemen, really appreciate everyone tuning in. And again, Jay, go ahead if you're still out there. Make sure to hit us up with your address, your shirt size, and, of course, what color you might want. And we'll get that shipped out to you. In the meantime, more broadcasts coming your way next week. And then we're looking at postseason coverage right around the corner. So stick with us as you have the entire season. Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Again, a big thanks to Coach Blitzky and everybody here for Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln. Thank you, and thank you so very much to the University of Omaha for allowing us to be here and capturing such a great event. All right. With that, I'm gonna stop talking here. I'm gonna get right to it. I'm gonna hit the road, and I'm gonna say sayonara to everybody out there. Appreciate you tuning in, and until we see each other next time, stay safe on the base paths.